Meghan Markle will return to the UK for the first time in almost 4 years.
Tom Bower has finally revealed what he believes is the real reason Meghan Markle wants to return to the United Kingdom. It is the same woman who once vowed never to set foot in the UK again.
Why do you think they want to come back to this awful, racist, snobbish, cruel society and institution?
Well, I think you can summarize it in 2 words: desperation and failure.
Tom Bower is a well-known royal biographer and author who has written books that made the Duke and Duchess of Sussex uncomfortable because of the claims and revelations they contain.
Prince Harry and Meghan have hit back at controversial biographer Tom Bower over his new book, which says Prince Harry was brainwashed by his wife.
The Sussex say it's conspiracy and melodrama.
But this time, he is not talking about one of his books. Instead, he is revealing what he believes is the deeper reason why Meghan Markle is preparing to return to the United Kingdom, despite having previously made it clear that she had no intention of returning. So, what changed? Why the sudden shift after so many years?
No, apparently People magazine report that Miss Markle will not return to Britain, and Britain sighs a massive sigh of relief. Yes, I know, how terrible, Rita. How will we ever sleep at night?
According to Bower, the dream of leaving royal life to gain complete freedom clouded the judgment of both Harry and Meghan. They believed that once they stepped away, they would enjoy unlimited opportunities without the restrictions that came with royal duties. At the time, they had lucrative deals with Netflix, Spotify, and several other commercial opportunities. They also retained their titles, believing those titles would continue opening doors for them around the world. However, according to Bower's assessment, everything did not go as planned. Within a relatively short period, several of the opportunities they counted on either came to an end or failed to deliver the long-term success they expected. Their Spotify partnership ended, their Netflix future became uncertain, and many of the business ventures they hoped would establish them as powerful independent figures failed to meet expectations.
They have reached a sort of a headwind. They run out of ideas. They can't really more work for Netflix or Spotify or any of the main streamers. And their finances are basically in jeopardy over the long term.
The reality, according to Bower, is that maintaining their expensive California lifestyle requires enormous financial resources. They live in a mansion that comes with significant maintenance costs, security expenses, and the high cost of living associated with their lifestyle. From his perspective, many of the financial opportunities they once believed would last indefinitely have become far less dependable. Because of this, he argues that they are now looking back toward Britain and the royal connection they once walked away from.
And Meghan is someone who is desperate for fame. She's desperate for recognition. She's desperate for money, of course, and status. And it just seems to her that a visit to the royal family in Britain would give her or restore to her the credibility.
According to Bower, they have reportedly run out of fresh ideas capable of generating the level of income they once anticipated. Many of their post-Megxit projects have slowed down considerably, and because of that, Tom Bower believes returning to the United Kingdom offers them an opportunity to reconnect with royal associations that could eventually open new doors and create fresh opportunities.
But I do think that when you're mocked so publicly as they've been, their value begins to nosedive pretty quickly. And I don't think they're finding any more sources of income. And with the stream of money they're spending on security, on mortgages, on just plain living, I think they can see the end of the road within 5 years at best. And they've got a real financial problem now.
Bower did not stop there. He went even further by describing their Hollywood ambitions as falling far short of expectations. In his view, Harry and Meghan entered Hollywood with enormous publicity and global attention, believing they would become one of the most influential celebrity couples in America. For a while, they dominated headlines, signed major contracts, and seemed unstoppable.
They are at the moment facing a real crisis. Meghan and Harry's crisis, completely of their own making, is they have no major projects, no major money earners. And so they're more desperate than ever. And I think that they don't know what to do other than to try and come back to Britain and rebuild themselves as some sort of members of the royal family.
But according to Bauer, that momentum gradually faded. He argues that many of their commercial partnerships became associated with broken expectations, disappointing audience responses, and projects that struggled to maintain lasting relevance. Instead of becoming permanent Hollywood power players, he believes their influence steadily declined.
Everything she does, I mean, columns of the Times, the Mail, everything, are devoted to ridiculing Meghan Markle. And of course, that is terrible for her.
From Bauer's perspective, returning to Britain now resembles an attempt to reconnect with the very institution they once criticized. He suggests that after years of trying to build complete independence, they may have realized that the royal connection carried far more influence than they initially believed. In his opinion, they are now trying to recover some of that lost relevance before it disappears completely.
They won't allow Meghan to parade herself as a member of the royal family and the Duchess in Britain itself, to actually earn money and earn glory from having married the prince.
According to Bauer, Meghan is becoming increasingly determined to regain the spotlight. He believes she is searching for ways to rebuild public interest around her name because the level of attention she once enjoyed is no longer what it used to be. He argues that a return to the United Kingdom would immediately generate international headlines, placing Meghan back at the center of royal discussions once again.
Clearly, there's an ulterior motive there, and in my opinion, it's Harry's and Meghan's decline. Their Q score is what we call it in Hollywood. Their popularity score has taken such a nosedive in the last 6 years. Commercially, reputationally, Harry and Meghan need a little royal magic for them to continue to try to commercialize that proximity to the British royal family.
He also believes the timing is highly strategic. By returning to Britain, Meghan would once again become connected to the royal narrative, attracting media coverage that could help rebuild her public image, particularly in the United Kingdom, where public opinion has reportedly changed significantly over the years. Bauer suggests she is trying to repair an image that has suffered repeated setbacks, although he questions whether such a recovery is still possible after everything that has happened.
She is very calculating and very ruthless and very self-promoting, but she's taken on more in the end than she can chew.
According to this view, one possible way of rebuilding that image would be through the children, Archie and Lilibet, alongside Prince Harry's continued involvement with the Invictus Games. Presenting themselves as a united family while supporting Harry's charitable work could help soften public perception and create a more positive narrative around their return.
Felt like Meghan would use the children as a human shield, because who's going to boo children? Unfortunately, we saw an idiot booing children at King Charles's birthday parade, and we saw Catherine's death stare at them when they booed the royal family as they passed. But the strategy that Meghan might be using the children as a human shield so people won't boo her or yell at her in public.
However, Bauer believes there are major obstacles standing in the way. Family relationships remain strained, particularly between Prince Harry and Prince William. Because of those unresolved differences, any hope of the Sussex children spending time with their royal cousins appears highly uncertain. While King Charles may be viewed as more open to reconciliation, the wider divisions within the family remain significant.
Not just because of them, but because of the opinion of the Prince and Princess of Wales, William and Kate. They're against it. They've been hugely damaged by the Sussexes. They're in no mood to forgive the Sussexes for all the lies they spewed out about them.
And according to Bauer, do not mistake any of this for a heartfelt family reunion. He believes this is not about healing relationships or making peace. It is about money, security arrangements, and rebuilding an image that has taken a serious beating over the past few years. The royal connection they walked away from is the same one they now need to survive. Think about what a return could actually do for them. Better security deals, improved public perception in Britain, fresh business opportunities, and a relevance that has been slowly slipping away since they left. Bauer believes this is the strategy: Use the royal family one more time to get back everything they lost by leaving it.
I don't think Harry is going to get the Ryback agreement for protection he wants from. This is the committee that decides whether his life is at risk, and therefore he and Meghan, as he demanded, should have armed protection throughout.
Business may also be playing an important role. Meghan has launched lifestyle products, including jams, fruit spreads, candles, and other items that depend heavily on strong public attention. A return to Britain could generate renewed publicity for those products and potentially introduce them to a larger audience. More attention often leads to greater visibility, and greater visibility can translate into stronger sales.
I think that they're running out of money. I mean, I've conservatively put their annual expenditure at 3 million, but for that they'd have to earn 4 or 5 million. And it's they're running out of money because they run out of people to buy their story, and that's why I think in the end they'll be desperate to come back to Britain to revalidate and reconcile with the royal family, which in the end will be the only way they might be able to save themselves. But I think that's a remote possibility.
Meghan has always understood the value of public attention. Whenever that spotlight begins to fade, she looks for new ways to place herself back into the headlines. From Tom Bower's perspective, returning to the United Kingdom serves exactly that purpose by reconnecting her with the royal story that first made her internationally famous. There you have it, the reasons Tom Bower believes Meghan Markle is preparing to return to the United Kingdom. Do you agree with his assessment, or do you think there is another reason behind this planned return? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.